Today we have the base model G-Shock GW9500-1, the digital Mudman. So not that long ago, I had on the show from Mimo's. This is also from Mimo's Jewelry, Long Beach, California. Link in the description, as well as a discount. Oh, nope, can't do that. Yeah, you can still try a discount code. Kind of like the first word of my channel name. Yeah, try that. See if that works. I think that'll work. This guy is only $380 to begin with, which I think is fantastic. But I did already do a video of the Toyota Land Cruiser version, which has, you know, some special things going on. But a buddy of mine, James Duffy, wanted to see this one, so I got it in. And actually, he bought this, so this is going to go to him after the video. But I kind of agree with him. One, I do know, I pointed out in my other video that the light is kind of distracting because they did the logo behind it and it just doesn't work very well. This one's just going to be a regular backlit, so this is going to be a cleaner, more visible dial day and night. And it's still a really clean, just good looking G-Shock. You know, doesn't have the metal keeper, so that's a win right away. G-Shock listened to us on that. Let's get into the size. So we covered already a couple things. Let's talk about the size. Now, to be fair, my measurement, because we exclude crown guards, so I measured basically from here on the case to here on the case. That measurement is 43.6 millimeter. Not too bad. The watch is bigger than that. So I went ahead and got the measurement from here to here for you guys because, you know, maybe it matters to you on this G-Shock. That's 51.5. Don't freak out. It's still not unwieldy. I'm telling you, if you have a smaller wrist, you'll be able to wear this. And I'm going to point out a couple of reasons why that's possible. The lug to lug, if you can call it that, from here to here is 55.9 millimeter. Again, cool your jets. It's not a big deal. Thickness, only 13.4. The reason I say only is because think about it. The Seiko divers, the SKX diver, is 13.5 millimeter thick. The Seiko Monster's thinner, and it is a better watch, but I am biased. I didn't do any lug openings, blah, blah, blah. Weight, 82 grams. So it is a carbon core guard construction. There is some other materials used here. So there is not a substantial weight, but there is a little bit of weight. Very cool little Mudman thing going on in the back there. 200 meter water resist. The module inside is the 3553, and that gives you all the goodies. It gives you all the goodies, guys. So check this out. So it is solar, so you can kind of see that little discoloring ring around here. That's your solar receptacle. Okay. Very clean. Thursday the 13th, 7:30 p.m., counting the seconds. We can go through, well, you can hit adjust and it'll be June 13th, or you can hit that and it'll give you your barometer, and then you can go back to the Thursday the 13th. I would venture to say most people are probably going to use that display, or maybe that display. I mean, if you're out and about and you want to track the weather, then yeah, you'd probably maybe just have that on your screen as well. So all three are relevant, I suppose. You have a ton of other options here. Of course, you have your altimeter. You have your big screen barometer display with the pressures indicated both on the analog and digital. You have your compass, which is pretty slick. And then that's your light down there. So then we can go back to mode. It'll take us back to time. I feel like G-Shocks are pretty intuitive, for me at least. But I don't fiddle with them a ton. Like, I don't have the triple sensor stuff. Like, I don't really utilize it like I know some people would. But if you go through the mode button, of course, you have, you can keep track of a second time zone, and it still will display your time. This is the record function. So this is a super secret spy watch. So you could record conversations and then use them to blackmail people. No, that's not what it's for. You can record like adventures, like hikes or whatever like that. It'll record the stats of that particular moment. So like your altitude and barometer. It'll record all the triple functions, and then you can refer back to that. I don't know how to use it. I just know that's what it does. You have your stopwatch, and then while you're in the stopwatch mode, you're still getting your time display down here. Now this function I would actually use because I do time things for my day job. So this is actually pretty slick. And you would still have your time displayed, so that's convenient. And then countdown timer, same kind of scenario. You have your time still on there and you can adjust that. It's preset at 10 minutes, but you can adjust that as well. You have multiple alarms. Those are really good when you go to sell the watch. You want to go ahead and set all 3 to 5, or I don't know how many are on this one. I think it might have 5, at least 3 though, for the new owner, so they know that the alarm is working good. So that is something you definitely want to do. And there's your world timer or your UTC. And again, it keeps track of your regular time. So what was that first one I did? That's the time that it received its last signal. They're still using the multi-band 6. Thank goodness, right? This one isn't like Bluetooth and all that other junk. It is super accurate, and it just uses the radio towers, and it receives the signal from those. We have one in Colorado for the United States, and then there's a bunch other ones throughout the world. 6 of them total. And then there's that time. So what was this one? Sunrise and sunset. That's actually slick. I forgot about that. So if we take a close look at the dial, and if I would have just read it, it does say sunrise, sunset. So there is your sunrise, 5:24 a.m., and sunset at 8:28 p.m. I don't know if I believe that entirely. And then we can just cycle back through the time. So it has all the functions that you will use and a bunch more that you probably won't use, all for only $380. I think this is one of the biggest values in the G-Shock lineup because, like I said, it's solar, it's completely wearable, it's receives radio signals, so it's always going to be accurate, and then it has all of those extra doodads that you can impress your friends with and try to explain it better than I did. So the reason why these are so good to wear is because of these wings right here. Yeah, like Red Bull, it gives you wings. So these guys here are going to really fill in that void when you put it on there because it is a large watch. But as you see, when I put it on my wrist, it just, and not that I have small wrist, I have the, the correct size wrist, 7 1/4. But you'll see that it just, there's no voids, there's no gap or anything like that. So you have the double tang buckle system, but then when it's on wrist, you can see there's no air gaps. We're not leaving any voids here. So it really stays planted and it just feels insanely comfortable. It is a larger watch. I just pulled off a Seiko Monster, which some might think is a larger watch. And this one is super comfortable. I would have no problem wearing this watch. I could see this easily being like a very cool adventure watch. So, yeah, there's that guy. Now, if we turn off the studio lights, it's time to shine with the backlight here. And you just hit the button right in the front. You can kind of see me doing it there. And you can probably adjust the time on it. But there's no weird emblem or marker or anything. So you get full visibility of the dial with this one. That is the proper way to do a backlight. Thanks for watching, guys. Big thanks to Mimo for sharing this watch with me and James Duffy for pointing me to the watch because it is really cool. So if you're looking at one of these 9500s, I give it 2 thumbs up. It's awesome. I'll see you guys on the next vid.